Max, what's the feeling? Is it excited to be back on Fight Island, or do you feel like you're returning to the scene of the crime where they really did you dirty last time? What's the emotion like for you right now?
I'm just excited, man. I'm excited, you know. We find out that we got fans. I find out that we're on ABC, and then we also find out that I'm the first main event in that new arena. So it's a bunch of pluses, you know. I can't wait, you know. And like I said, fighting is fighting. A fighter is a fight to me, and I can't wait to go out there Saturday night and do my thing.
I was gonna ask you. I mean, it's the first time you've been, you know, in a non-title fight in years and years. But as you said, all the things you laid out, it's still a massive fight that everybody's looking forward to. So does it feel any different at all, or does it feel like, hey man, this is what we do?
Yeah, no difference at all. You know, like I said, every time I had the belt with me, I said that was just a piece of fabric to let people know who I was. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't too crazy about it. You know, it's just it was a belt to let people know I was a champion. But I always told myself I would carry myself as a champion. That's what we continue on doing. You know, and like how you said, it's a huge fight. It's not a pretty big fight. It's a huge fight. You know, with this whole ABC stuff, I know a couple pay-per-view guys would rather be in my spot than even fight on pay-per-view. You know, ABC is a big thing, and even being the first fight, you know, in 3 weeks, you know, coming back, we the first one of the year, and first fight with fans in since March of last year. So it's just what a time to be alive. You know, I'm excited that I get to be in this opportunity, and I can't wait to go out there and do my thing.
You know, as champ, obviously you didn't have to call anybody out, right? They came to you, but I just wonder. I mean, were you watching Calvin? I mean, was he a guy that was on your radar? I was like, I bet I'm gonna have to fight this kid at some point.
Not at all. You know, like no disrespect to any fighter, but I don't watch no fights. I hate watching fights, to be honest. It's just, it is what it was, and he's here. You know, even still yet, I feel like I still don't have to do no calling. You know, people still calling to fight me, so life's good, I guess.
No question. Last thing for me, what is the goal here, man? I mean, we know you want to get back to that championship spot, right? I mean, do you feel like you can do that here? I mean, do you need to do something to get Boganovsky's attention or get his interest again? I mean, what's the goal here?
I don't know. You know, I don't know. The only thing that I can do is I go in there and I can control what happens in the octagon. I get the job done, and then outside the octagon, that's why we got managers. You know, he better go do his job after this fight. I'm gonna do my job come Saturday night, and he gonna take care of his after the fight.
Why don't you like watching fights?
I just don't. I don't like watching fights. It's like, you know.
In general or just yours?
Yeah, just in general. I mean, I like watching some of my friends and some big fights that's happening, but I really don't like watching them. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of, I guess so. Do you watch any other journalism interviews? Like, it's kind of boring, you know. It gets kind of irritating, you know. So it's like, I don't want to watch fights.
Yeah, next weekend, obviously, Conor McGregor's fighting Dusten. You fought them both, obviously, a while back for some of them. How do you see the fight going? I know you don't watch fights, but if you imagine it.
But see, you know, that's a big fight. That's a huge fight. That's a fight to enjoy as a fan. But at the end of the day, you know, Dusten is always motivated. He's always motivated for a fight. And then Conor, it looks very motivated. You know, you got shaven head Conor, so it should be a wild fight. You know, I as a fan, you know, that fight is very intriguing, and I think it's gonna be big. You know, I think it's gonna be huge. It's like I said, it's the first pay-per-view of the year, so I think it's gonna be a good, fun fight.
You mentioned the fans. How exciting is it for you to fight with them again? Does it make a difference when you're in there?
I mean, I got to fight in big arenas, and then the last one we got to fight with no fans, and then this one we get some of the fans back. You definitely feel a difference. You know, you definitely can feel a difference, and I'm just excited to have fans back. You know, but there's Mini Bless. I'm gonna have to explain to him because I told him that he couldn't come because no fans is allowed, and then in the air I find out that there's fans. So I'm probably gonna have an earful from him when I get back home.
You have to buy him a present to say sorry.
He got enough presents. This guy needs to. I don't know what he needs. It's okay. We figure I'll let him talk my ear off. It's fine.
Are you glad that Conor McGregor is back and he's got the eyeballs generating a bit more interest in the UFC?
I mean, I think so. We did enough generating last year. I mean, we was the only sport that was doing it all of last year. A lot of naysayers. I think so. Last year was a pretty good year for UFC. So I think so. It just helps, you know. It just helps with this big fights that's coming on. We opening the year off strong, and I think so with the whole COVID stuff and this and that. I think so it kind of helped UFC in a weird way, and was able to carry on.
But you don't think Conor brings anything special to the party then?
I mean, Conor is Conor. He is special, you know. There's a reason why he's the first pay-per-view of the year. So at the end of the day, I think so. He's bringing eyes back, but I think that UFC was doing just great.
I know you touched upon it a little bit, but what's it like not having Rush around to fight with, because he was becoming really synonymous with you in your media.
That little shine stealer. It feels good that I get to have somewhat of my shine going into fight night. But all jokes aside, it's tough. You know, he loves it. He loves being here. He actually has school, so I don't feel too bad about it. So at the end of the day, I just miss him. You know, I miss him. It's kind of hard. It's kind of crying this last one when I had to leave. So it was just definitely hard.
At least he won't throw you under the bus at the post-fight press conference.
Oh yeah. That guy got a fast lip. So.
How's your Twitch going? You still playing lots of Warzone?
I'm on Facebook Gaming now. Facebook fb.gg/Max Holloway official. Come on through. I mean, we don't really talk about MMA, so if any of you guys come in and you guys are gonna get banned a bunch. I promise you. My mods over there, they don't play around. They're like, any fight talk, we let you guys know like 1-2 times, and then it's the ban hammer. So yeah, I'm over on Facebook Gaming now, and it's been going good. You know, it looks like I didn't bring no gaming system up here, but it looks like actually I did it at the best time, because right now there's this gun called the DMR. Yep. So it's called the DMR zone right now. It's tough, and then I just see my friend them. I watch all my friend them stream, and the damn stim glitches is back, and the unlimited flash stun glitches is back. I'm like, man, I'm not missing nothing. So it's a great time to be off of Warzone.
That's awesome, man. In an ideal world, how many fights do you want this year?
I would love to fight. I would love to fight 3 times, like how I usually fight in a year. You know what I mean? I'm fighting in January. I'm starting the year off, so I can't wait. You know, there's summer, and then hopefully a December card. You know, this year. So at the end of the day, first things first, we got Kelvin. I gotta respect that. I got my hands full come Saturday. I can't wait to do it. Go in there and do it with him, and then we'll go from there.
Thank you.
If Brian beats Alexander Boganovsky, do you think that makes sense to just do the rematch between you two for the title?
Yeah, we see what happens. You know, like I said, first comes first. I got Kelvin. I gotta go ahead, do my job, and we see after that.
How do you see that fight between Brian and Alex going?
I think so. It's a super intriguing fight. You know, it's just 2 different fighting styles. I don't know if Alex fought somebody like Brian, and I don't know if Brian fought somebody like Alex. I really don't know. And the crazy thing is that they're both just dangerous guys throughout the whole fight, you know. So that fight is super intriguing, and we get to find out soon. Hopefully they announce. Did they announce it yet? They didn't announce it yet. So hopefully they can announce it. We figure it out, and I go take care of my business come Saturday night, and we'll see what's next.
When Calvin was in here, he said that he got to spar with Nate Diaz when he was 19. Is there anyone you wish in MMA that you could have sparred, just to have a bit of fun with, just to feel around with them? Is there anyone you wish you could have done that with?
Not really MMA. I mean, there's a couple of boxers that I wish I could. Like, I always I want to try, and if I could spar with Terrence Crawford or something, that would be amazing. That guy's like the #1 pound for pound guy in our weight class in boxing. So I would love to spar with him. Loma, just because his angles, I'd love to feel how he felt. And then Lopez, you know, Timofeo, like that guy, what he did to Loma was just mind blowing to me. I was like tripping out. Like I was like, there's no way. Not no way. I was giving him a chance to win, but the way he won, the way he did it was a masterpiece. So I'd love to spar those guys.
Did you see Ryan Garcia the other day?
Yeah, I saw Brian Garcia too. He's another guy, you know, fast hands, nice, you know, and it's just those guys is guys I think so. I'd love to spar, you know, especially in boxing.
You said before that Boganovsky is not a good champion, that he acts like a challenger. Do you think he has improved, or he's still the same?
I don't know. I said that because of the way he was saying stuff, you know, when we was doing our interviews and our stuff. So at the end of the day, I haven't come across his interviews and stuff. So you guys can let me know. You know, like you guys let me know how he talking, because I don't know the way he be talking now.
One thing that I was fascinated with was when you was with Joe Rogan last year, and you were talking about, you just said you're a gamer, and you were learning a lot of your punches.
Yeah.
The game that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Talk me through that.
Yeah, it wasn't really punches. I knew how to kickbox. I knew how to do this, but I was figuring out combos. Like Renan Barão was a killer in the first UFC game, and I remember using them. And then there was like this couple combos that I would do, and I was like, bro, like I got like 3-4 knockouts like in a row with the same exact combo. So I was like, at the time I didn't have a mitt-man. Dusten, a former UFC fighter, he was my mitt-man, and I was his mitt-man, so we trade off, and that's what we did. I was like, bro, we'll call this the Renan, we'll call this the Aldo. Like, there's a bunch of things that I learned from the game that we put in real life. You know, it was super fun, it was super cool. You know, it's just a cool way to. And when people are saying that, you're just playing games, I was like, no, I'm not. I'm actually getting better in fighting. So I wasn't lying.
And then you beat Aldo twice. So.
Yeah. See, and I beat Aldo because I knew him like the back of my hand because I was playing a video game with him. So.
Also, it's been, I believe, like, had 17 fights since you last fought Conor. Obviously, a lot has changed since then. You went the distance there. Like, when you fought him back then, did you think he had it in him to go on and do the history-making things and be the star that he is now? And how do you think you've grown since then too?
For sure, I did believe, bro. This is coming from a time I actually just did something with the UFC. It was called the Run Back or whatever, and yeah, when we was at that time, it was crazy. You gotta think. I don't even know if I think we was on the main card, and if we wasn't on the main card, we was like the fight before the main card started. But we was on some. We wasn't even near the co-main event or main event, to be honest. And we're walking out now, and then here's me and Connor's like maybe by the trash can, and they stop us and be like, hey, you guys gonna wait for like 10 to 15 minutes. We're gonna air you guys walkouts. I was like, what is going on? And then I was like, okay, cool, this is cool. And when we walked, me and Connor got championship walkouts that night. I was like, what the hell is going on? It's crazy. But that guy, he brought so much hype at that time. Still, yeah, it wasn't even the main event. We got treated and more love than the main event, I think. I'm pretty sure if you watch the viewership on top of that fight card, the viewership probably spiked when me and Connor fought. So it was just yeah, that guy was something special. He's gonna do something, and the man, all glory to him. He been doing it, he been killing it. So respect.
Pretty sure half the arena laughed after your fight too.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I would have to. I remember when I was standing there for 10, 15 minutes, the guy like just Irish flags everywhere, and it's telling me like they speak English. It's not Brazil. They're like telling me you're gonna die. I was like, oh. I was like, whoa. I was like, okay. So it was a good time, and you could tell, this guy had an effect on people, and he did his thing.
Was he generally respectful to you around that period and stuff?
Oh, it was super nice, you know what I mean? If I had to, I guess he was super cool, I mean, like, the dude, like, we'd get in each other's face for weigh-ins, but like right before the weigh-ins, we're in the back standing next to each other because you're like this, before you walk out, and he's like, hey, and then I told him, hey, nice shorts, and he was like, yeah, you too. Like, we had some cool looking shorts on at the time. He was like, and then that's it, the dude is a good guy.
I just have to ask as well on that note, we talked about Boganovsky and those bouts. Is there any part of you that thinks about lightweight ever again?
We see what happens, We see I never say never. Like I said, you guys know I've been calling out DC forever. The guy just bought a new house, and it looks like a castle. He called me to show me up his castle house, and I'm like, yeah, this guy gonna be running out of money very soon. So I'm gonna still keep on harassing him. Weight doesn't matter. Baddest man on the planet, he can get it. 55, 170, 180, whatever weight it is. If you want to be the best, you want to be the number one pound for pound guy, you should be willing to fight whoever. That's what I believe.
You mentioned how big a show it was fighting Conor back then. Would you like to rematch him now, even if he has a shaved head? Would you still like to rematch him?
Yeah, even a competitor. You know what I mean? I'm a competitor. I want to compete. People consider him one of the best guys in our sport. You know what I mean? To today, And I can't wait. You know, as a competitor, I'd love to. That was one of the fights that would like intrigue me. And like you said, like, we fought so long time ago. You know, and he knows that too. So at the end of the day, like I said, though, first thing first, we got cater, and then we figure it out after this.
What about when they gave him the poster at the press conference? So now it's been years have gone by. You were respectful, but you're sitting there at a press conference. They give him his own poster.
Oh yeah, see, like he did that. I totally forgot he did that.
What did you think about that? You're like, what the hell is going on? They're giving this guy his own poster.
Yeah. Who was it? I think I was sitting next to someone. I don't know who I was sitting next to, but I think so. When you see the reveal, I turned to somebody. I was like, holy shit! I told someone, like, you know, excuse my language, but I told someone that was sitting right next to me because that was at the presser. You remember? And I was like, what the hell is going on? I was like, wait, we got a surprise, you know? Like, they didn't tell us what it was, and it was a poster. I was like, what the? Like,
it was just him.
I was like, bro, they should have just had Conor up there by himself, you know what I mean? So it was good, you know, like that. And those things, I totally forgot about that, but you know that this guy had something, you know what I mean? He had something. I don't know what it was, yeah, he had something, and he proved it.
Circling back to a comment you made earlier, you said that you don't watch fights. Why in particular do you not watch fights and keep up to date? Just
I mean,
distance yourself from it, or?
Yeah, I mean, I get, I don't know how to say it. I really don't care for it, you know. I really don't care. I hate getting texts, this and that. Who you think won the fight, or this and that, or did you see this? I would rather just when people ask me, what do you think of the fight? I didn't watch it because I didn't watch it. You know what I mean? I don't want to give you an answer, but at the end of the day, that's just what it is. You know how much people come to my, like, sometimes I stream during fights. Like, I'm playing games, video games. I'm streaming. They're like, you're not watching the fights. I'm like, I don't know. You see my video game playing right now, bro? Like, I'm playing video games right now, my man. I just don't like it.
But does that change? Obviously, you've got a fight coming up. Does that change when you're preparing for a fight, or do you just leave it to your team to devise a plan?
I watch some tape when it's time to watch tape. I watch some tape here and there, but then I put most of the work on my coaches. You know, they see something. I trust them a lot. I watch a little bit to try to get a feel of it, and then see what they kind of say, and then that's it. You know, I love watching tape. You know, I love breaking down a fighter, but watching it live and stuff, it is a whole ordeal. Whenever, like, if I do watch fights, I'm mainly by myself, because if I go somewhere else to a party, it's like, what you think about that round? What you think is it? What is that? You know, it's like 101 questions, so it's the worst.
And on the tape that you have seen of Calvin, what did you make of his performances against Ige and Jeremy Stephens?
I think he did good. You know, he was smart. Especially Ige, he actually went to 5-5s. And then with what's his name, Jeremy, he figured it out. You know what I mean? The first round looked like he's having a little tough time. Then he figured it out, landed a shot, and got to finish a guy who hardly ever gets finished. You know, so you know, respect to him. And I can't wait. You know, that's the things that excite me. You know, this guy looks promising, and I can't wait to go out there and do my thing.
Besides gaming, do you watch TV at all? I understand that you don't like to watch fights, but
yeah.
Do you turn on the TV at some
We don't. At my house, we don't have cable. Like, we got Netflix and Hulu and whatever. So, yeah, that's what I do. I mean, if you want to talk about watching anything, since we've been in quarantine, I finished the whole true season of Korvo Kai, and that thing is badass.
What about the third season?
Watch this.
What about the third season?
The third season is super good. I loved it. I love that they come back together. So here's my plot for the final season, or whatever season it is. I think so they're gonna make Tori and Sam fight at the end to become the Valley champions. So I think so. That's what they have to do it. They didn't even fight yet, and like Sam is all like petrified from her or whatever, won't fight her. So I think so. That's what happens. But I really like if you've never watched it yet, close your ears, because this is a spoiler alert. But I really love how the lady came in, Allie came in and told them, like, you guys just jump into conclusions, because the whole damn season, every single episode, I'm like, stop jumping to conclusions, guys. They just walk in the building. It's like Johnny and Danielson finally becomes friends, and then one of them just come walking in somewhere random, and it's like they just get mad and they want to fight each other. I'm like, come on, guys, what is going on? You guys stood acting like it's 18. It's funny. I love the show.
Like real life, right?
Yeah. The show been so fun.
And since you don't like to watch live fights, so you would never be a commentator, right?
I mean, that's different. I would love to commentate because I'd have to do my job, but I feel like I'm a commentator and I'm not getting paid for it. Like, I'm like, guys, you guys want to ask me questions? Maybe $5 question. Maybe that's how I get my commentator role started.
You and DC could strike up a good partnership.
Oh, DC, they don't want to give me a show with DC. Me and DC a show together. No, but I did tell DC he better watch out because his commentator job. When I'm done, I'm coming for it. His detailed job in ESPN, when I'm done fighting, I'm coming for it, DC. I promise you.
You were sitting next to Michael Johnson at that press conference.
Oh, was I? Yeah, I think so. It was Michael Johnson. The one I told him, I was like, I told him, like, you seen this shit? Like, what is going on, you know? I think so. That's what I told him. Like, he was to my left, I think. So whoever was next to me, I told him, are you seeing this? It's crazy.
Awesome. Thanks, Max.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.